Hello guys, welcome back to Nick's Kitchen, the series where I try to make random meals with no recipes. In today's episode, I'm going to be trying to make Pop-Tarts. So a few things before I start this. My hair, got the quarantine hair going on. Really long hair, so don't mind that. And then number two, you guys really liked the last episode. Last episode I made bagel bites and that went pretty well. They turned out fairly decent. So today I thought it'd be fun to try another thing that I used to eat a lot when I was a kid. Pop-Tarts, more specifically the strawberry Pop-Tarts. Don't have any recipes. It's gonna be interesting how these turn out. These are gonna be harder than the bagel bites for sure because I'm gonna be using a dough and just a bunch of other things that are a little bit more complicated than the last one. So we will see how this turns out and let's get started. Okay, so I'll start off with the ingredients I bought. I got sugar cookie dough. I looked around Hy-Vee all I could and well, this is probably the closest thing I can get to a pastry. Next up, I got some Hy-Vee strawberry jelly. This will be the filling of the Pop-Tart. I think this will turn out pretty well. I've never had this, so. And then the last thing I bought at Hy-Vee was over the top decorating Rainbow Dream sanding sugar. So this is gonna be like the sprinkles or whatever on top of Pop-Tarts. It all totaled to be, I think, $9, so pretty cheap. And then the things I already had, Pop-Tarts, the strawberry. Weird enough, I already had some Funfetti vanilla frosting. Now, I'm not gonna be using the top of it, so like the sprinkles of this, I'm gonna be using the other sprinkles just because this doesn't resemble a Pop-Tart as well. The actual vanilla frosting is just vanilla. It doesn't have the sprinkles in it, so you add that on later, so I'm just not even gonna add that on. 2 plates, just like last episode. I think these might even be the same colors, I'm not sure. I haven't really thought of this, honestly. What else would I need? I'll need a pan for the dough. I'm not sure how big they're gonna be, so I'm gonna get the biggest pan I can possibly get. That was really loud. I think that's all I'm gonna need for now. If I need to get another thing, I'll just tell you. I guess I should explain the plan, actually. I'm really bad at this. So, I'm gonna be cutting the dough into rectangular squares, or I'm cutting into rectangles, putting them on this sheet. Then I'm going to be using the strawberry jelly as the filling. I'm going to be putting that on top. Then I'm going to be putting another layer of the dough on top. I'm going to be trying to seal it so that it doesn't leak out. That's going to be a problem. I hope that it doesn't leak out when I cook it. We'll take it out, let it cool off a little bit. We'll put the frosting on it, put some sprinkles on it, and then I'll let my mom try it and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so first step I'm going to do is turn on the oven to 350. Probably should have done this a little bit earlier because it's probably going to take a little bit to do. Now we need to get the dough. I'm going to get a butter knife for this. How do you open this? I feel like an idiot. I don't know how to open this. How do I open? Am I gonna actually have to Google how to open up? This is so difficult. What? Or, you know what? Screw it. We're not gonna open it up like a normal person. I'm gonna just get a knife. We're just gonna, yo, yeah. Yeah, that's actually satisfying, not gonna lie. Well, that was a little scuffed, but got the cookie dough now. I'm not sure how big I'm gonna make these. We'll start with this much dough. This is about how much dough I'm gonna be using here. And then we're just gonna go and flatten it out here. It might actually be smart to just flatten out the dough first. I'm gonna flatten out the dough first and just make it all flat, and then I'll cut it up with the knife. Probably not the butter knife because the butter knife is not cutting very well. This is probably definitely not how you're supposed to flatten dough. I bet you're supposed to use a roller. Like I said, just flattening out the dough here. Trying to make it pretty thin. I don't want to be super duper doughy. Yeah, so that might make one Pop-Tart. So I've done so far, just flatten out the dough. I might flatten it out just a little bit more. So once we flatten out the dough here, we'll go ahead and take our knife and we'll cut it into rectangles. Got my half tub of dough flattened out here. Now it's time to cut it into rectangular shapes. So, don't know if this is a good idea or not. I'm gonna use this as a stencil for the Pop-Tarts to make them all the same size, roughly the same size. I'm just gonna cut around this, and then on the last part, I'll just cut it normally and then I'll take out the dough. Let's see how this turns out. All right, perfect, I think. I cut up a square here. You can see it right in the reflection. So I got that. Now it's time to see if it actually cut well. I'm gonna put that extra stuff off to the side there. Ooh, actually, before I take all this off, I still have some left. Hopefully there's gonna be enough space for this. Oh! That was close. So before I finish like taking off this, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the other one so that I can place another one on top, and it'll be roughly the same like thickness of the layer of the pastry. I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut one more rectangle is basically what I'm trying to say. Yeah, this one is not turning out as good. Well, we'll see how that turned out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and scrape off the rest of the dough here. I'm happy with it. So I got one Pop-Tart here so far. That's what I got so far. So So that is one pastry. That is one Pop-Tart that I have right there. So I make 2. Let's just see how much I can make with the dough I have. I'm gonna go ahead and try and do the same process that I just did. It's gonna take a while, as you saw, just like that. But I'm gonna repeat that same process. We'll see how it turns out. I'll be back when I am done making the rectangles. So about, I'd say, 10 minutes later, I have my rectangles all cut out. I still had some extra dough left, but I didn't have enough to make another Pop-Tart. Looking pretty good so far, of course. They're gonna look a lot better once I start adding more stuff to it. These look like they're gonna be pretty thick. We'll see if it sinks down as it cooks, but I don't know how it's gonna turn out so far. But anyway, so let's keep our hopes up here. Gonna go ahead and grab your Hy-Vee strawberry jelly. Don't know how hard this is gonna be to open. Okay, here we go. Oh, you're good to go. Okay. Ew. That does not smell good. Yeah, go ahead and take your butter knife and just apply some of the jelly onto 1. There's 6 rectangles that I have here. I'm gonna apply it to 3. Keep on adding some more. And this is gonna melt as it cooks as well. That's kind of the goal, at least. I'm gonna do this to all 3, of course, but I'll show you what 1 looks like so far. So this is how much jelly I put on it. I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the other 2 Pop-Tarts, and I'll be back when I am done. This is what they're looking like. My only worry right now is that when I add the dough on top of this, the jelly starts oozing out. I hope that doesn't happen. We'll see if that happens. But the next step is now just to add the top layer of the Pop-Tart onto the bottom base main layer of the Pop-Tart. Go ahead and get your spatula. I guess I didn't think about that, but it might not come off very well. Oh yeah, it is not coming off very well. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I got the dough. Now, go ahead and take your dough, place it on top. I'm totally covering it right now. I'm just trying to save my Pop-Tart, honestly. So I got it on top. Definitely gonna need that extra dough that I kept. I'm glad I kept that. This is turning out to be a disaster. You can't see the disaster that's happening. I'm just trying to save it. Does it matter how it looks? Okay. That was stressful. This is what it looks like now after I put the Pop-Tart on. You can see it, it's right here. I'm gonna do this for all the Pop-Tarts. It's gonna take a while, I already know. Wish me luck with this. This is gonna be very difficult, but yeah, let's try and close off these Pop-Tarts. All right, so I just finished sealing off all the Pop-Tarts. The first one was definitely the worst one. I definitely got better towards the last one, even though it fell apart. They're not looking amazing, they're not looking perfect, but they're looking good enough, okay? This one has a lot of dough, so this is probably gonna be the highest and the thickest Pop-Tart. Now, it is time to go ahead and put it in the oven. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna cook it for. I'm gonna make sure that it's all sealed up, because if it leaks, that is going to suck and it's going to ruin everything. I'm gonna put them in. All right. The Pop-Tarts are in. It is 8:29. They've only been in for like 45 seconds, so no leakage so far. That's a good sign. Okay, so we are about 3 minutes into cooking now. No leakage. It doesn't look like it's gonna leak. Okay, so I've given you some updates on my phone. It's been about 5 minutes. The first one that I put the top layer on, it's gonna have way too much dough. I'm pretty much gonna throw that one out. That one's gonna be terrible. It's not gonna cook very evenly. Now I'm debating on whether or not to, when I take them out, to drop them to make sure that they get flat, or just to let them kind of just fly out on their own. Yeah, these are huge, first of all. These are way bigger than normal Pop-Tarts. These are massive. And then we'll take them out. We'll probably take them outside. It's a little cold outside just to make sure that they cool off. I want them to be completely cooled off, room temperature when I go ahead and serve them. Oh, they cook perfectly, actually. I didn't think they were gonna turn out, but they're actually turning out pretty good. That's what they're looking like. I'm gonna go ahead and set these outside in the garage now that I'm cool off a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the Pop-Tarts now just to see what they look like. Ooh, these are bad Pop-Tarts. These are not bad Pop-Tarts, but they're not frosted very well. They left a lot of the upper portion here not frosted. Again, just so you guys can see, without frosting or anything. Mine are way bigger than the normal Pop-Tarts, like I said. The frosting is pretty simple. All you need is butter knife for the frosting, about that much. And we'll start off on the crappy one. Yeah, this part is way easier. This is the easiest part by far. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for all of these. Again, I don't really see a need for you guys to watch me just frost these from a distance. Once that is done, we'll sprinkle it on and we'll get ready to serve them. Oh yeah, the sprinkles help a lot. Alrighty. And looks like the Pop-Tarts are all done. My favorite one is actually the one that was like in the middle that I was thinking, like as far as looks goes. This one, exclude this one is crap, but these two, pretty good. The sprinkles, like I said, helped a lot if you can see them. Did we make it all without leaks? We did. Perfect. They turned out pretty good. They just basically look like massive homemade Pop-Tarts. It's pretty much what they look like. Like last time, I'm gonna have my mom try them. First of all, I'm gonna get a thumbnail real quick, and then we will go ahead and get my mom to try them just like last time and see what she thinks. Just like the last one, I'm gonna go ahead and call my mom in to see what she thinks of them. Give them a scale of 1 to 10, and yeah, so okay, Mom. Coming on in. So we have here strawberry Pop-Tarts, normal ones, and then we have my homemade Pop-Tarts. So go ahead, what did we try first? I think you tried the normal Pop-Tart, or the normal bagel bites last time first. There you go, go ahead and take a bite of those. And we're not cooking them, by the way. I just decided not to toast them. So
Okay.
fine, right? There's Pop-Tart,
Pop-Tarts,
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart.
So let's see how the jelly tastes.
Okay, I got some in this room.
A little bit of it.
A little bit. I like the sugar cookie part.
Very light on the strawberry. I just didn't want it to leak everywhere, so we'll see. What would you give a normal Pop-Tart?
6.5.
And these ones, what do you give them?
An 8.
An 8? Oh wow, so these ones got a lot higher score than the last one. That's what it looks like on the inside. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. So yeah, there's a little bit of strawberry filling. It's very, very light. I'm sure the sugar cookie tasted very strong. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. Not a failure. 2 episodes now in a row where I have not failed at all, or I haven't failed completely. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, make sure you're staying safe during this time. I think that's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.